Coach, how do you, how are you manifesting, everything that took place today, the ceremonies, getting to reunite with old teammates, the legends on this day?
Yeah. Man, I was just talking to Reek now. Like, she had me in tears. When I walked over to shake her hand before the game, and then when she walked to half court with her daughter. Just we've been trying since I took over to get her back and really celebrate everything she did, and it finally worked out for us. Solid crowd to kind of really recognize her, and she deserves every second of it. I know for a fact there's no way my jersey hangs if I don't play a year with Reek. She taught me everything, and how to work, how to compete every day, how to be the leader of a ball club. And I owe a lot to number 50, and I'm forever grateful for everything she did. I'm just glad we were able to really take her moment and celebrate her, because she absolutely deserves it.
She mentioned how you were the first freshman that really challenged her. How can you go into a little bit of what that relationship was like? You pushing her in practice, but then you both having that healthy relationship on the court.
It was a competitor's relationship. We both wanted to make each other better. And I was this little punk freshman that coming in and thought I knew everything, and she took me under her wing and, taught me exactly how it was supposed to be. I'll never forget, open gyms in the summer or at the co-rec, every elbow I took when she drove, and all the stuff she talked, making sure she knew that I knew it was her team. And then what was best about Reek is she knew that she needed me to get her to where we were going to go. And she took me under her wing. We had 4 great seniors my freshman year. And the one of my biggest regrets is that we weren't able to get that team to the Final Four. We had a Final Four team that year. And for whatever reason, we just couldn't quite get it done out in Georgia. I remember late in the year, we won the Big Ten tournament. And we go out and we're playing in the NCAA tournament. Reek was having some back issues. And I think I didn't do enough to help her up. It's one of my biggest regrets is not helping that team get to the Final Four because we had a squad. But she did. She took me under her wing. And I remember when it was all said and done in the locker room out, and I think we were at Washington when we lost to Georgia, her telling me, this is your team now. And just everything that I did the next 3 years was a lot to do because of number 50. I mean, headband, high socks, just like Coach Curry said, I did that because of number 50. I wanted to be just like her.
Coach, what was something that you wanted your players to kind of take away from this day, and what were some of the messages that you shared with them in the locker room about her?
Just how great she was, and I think Coach hit it great on the video, is her will to win, her passion in practice every day. She never took plays off. I remember Coach kicking me out of practice a couple times because I was just trying to guard her and couldn't get it done, and just challenging me to be better. And and to on top of that, everything that was for Reek today. Yukari Figs was in the locker room and gave us a great speech to start the game. And we have a lot of people on our team that don't understand the history or weren't around the state of Indiana or have seen what happened, and to have Reek be celebrated like that today, and then to kind of hear the words that Yukari said, I think it resonated with a little bit of everybody. And it'll allow myself, Kelly, Alex to really hone in on what this was and what we're chasing down.
Yeah, I mean, just you got obviously Reek in today. You brought Kelly onto your coaching staff, and just over and over again, you emphasize the nostalgia and the history that this team has. Even as you try to write the next chapter of it, why is that so important for you to reconnect with that?
I think for so long, it almost, not that we weren't, I'm trying to get my words right because I don't want to say something that I don't mean. I just wanted to make sure the doors were open and everybody felt welcome to come back. At one time, when you played here, whether you were a player, a coach, a manager, a practice guy, this place was really special for you. and to have the doors wide open and feel that. And I hope people see what we did last year with that 99 team, see what we're doing with Reek. Obviously, Lindsey Hicks is coming back when we play Kentucky, but just seeing how and it's funny because a lot of people have come back and they're like, man, I forget everything. Like, I forgot how special this place was. To reminisce about the places they lived and to see how much it's changed and to tell stories. I'm telling, like, this, I think Mike has said it to me before, like, the Big Ten is really good, but it's always better when Purdue is relevant in women's basketball. And we've got to get back to that relevancy, and we understand we've got a long way to go and whatnot, but like the foundation is there, and those guys before us, they said it, and we're chasing it down, and we just keep building on it, keep bringing those people back, and then hopefully one day it'll just click with our young people.
How was it to have to move on from that emotion and make it about basketball?
Man, it was tough at first. I knew I was going to get emotional a little bit, but then when I didn't know, first Lenny wasn't coming, her daughter, and then to see Lenny out there with her and to see the tears that Reek was fighting back. But it was tough. And then, but when the ball goes up, you become competitors, and I a couple times I look down there like, damn, that's Reek, because still to this day, like the amount of respect I have and how much I look up to her, that will never change. But when a ball goes up, it's time to hoop.
And then you guys just kept, you had that lead, but it kept getting kind of bitten into. What did it take to finally expand it? Was it going to Lana? Was it, I guess, the turnovers, or what was that?
A little bit of everything. We just never found quite the flow to the game on the offensive end. I thought defensively we were a lot better trying to buy into what based on the scout. I thought we did a good job there, but we just never could quite, get a flow. Even when we were going to Lana to start the third quarter, I just never thought we found a flow. Maybe because I'm a guard, and sorry, Lana, KP. I like when guards score, but no, that's totally a joke. But I think I think Sophie got the lid off the basket on a three. They went to a 1-3-1. We got the ball to the corner. Rashenna made a great flash. And I think in our last game, she hit the jumper, but this time extra pass to Sophie in the corner kind of got the lid off the basket for us. And we were able to pull away a little bit, but credit to them. You could tell that that team was fighting for their head coach, and it says a lot about who Reek is.
What does it mean for this team when Destiny rebounds like she did today?
If I could just get her to push the ball a little bit faster when she rebounds. You think about like when JT was able to get a defensive rebound, how much better we were in the open floor. And you watch, Notre Dame, and when Hidalgo gets a defensive rebound, when you're a lead guard, not that necessarily Des is a lead guard, but getting her comfortable pushing the ball in transition to make plays for herself or other people. But she came out flying for a lot of rebounds. I don't know, she had 6 in like the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game, but hopefully we can continue to take advantage of that. We told her that our guards were going to have to lead us in defensive rebounding today just because of a lot of long shots chasing them down, and I think she took it to heart.
You get out on the road for the first time, even though it's not a true road game, but you got 2 down in Florida. Just what do you like what this team has done in these first 4 or 5 games that kind of will propel you into what you're going to see this weekend?
I think we've made some progress on the defensive end, and that's been great. Offensively it was a little choppy, and I credit UTA to changing defense on us and kind of punking us and being physical with us a little bit. But we're gonna see a lot of physical play against Middle Tennessee, a lot of size. A team that's been together for a long time and won 30 games last year, so. We've got our hands full, and obviously we know we play South Carolina down there, but at the first and foremost on our mind is trying to figure out a way to beat Middle Tennessee, and it's gonna start on the defensive end. It's gonna start taking care of the basketball because they get in passing lanes, they pressure the basketball extremely well. They've got 6'7" at the rim that blocks and alters a lot of shots. So it'll be about taking care of the basketball, getting the paint, and making sure we're kicking to shooters, and we got to shoot the ball well to have a chance.
You had 10 steals today. Where does that factor into how you evaluate your team defensively?
Just we were a lot of times we want to put 2 on the ball quite a bit because we want to fly around with our athleticism, and oftentimes in the first games we were trying to foul in the trap or trying to steal the ball in the trap. And the idea is to make the ball fly in the air, so you're getting the steal off the ball. And I think Sophie set the tone for us. They ran a little zipper play, and she shot the gap and got us 2 points to start the third quarter. But when Dez is really active with hands, Sophie can get in passing lanes and play defense. The rest will fall into place, but we're still not quite there, but we're really close to understanding what we want to do on the defensive end.
How much did you educate your players on what Sharika did here?
Yeah, we let them know.
Just kind of an appreciation of who she was, how she handled herself, and all that.
Yeah, it was good to see them, see how much the crowd loved her too. But we talked about, how she was a pro before she was a pro, in terms of, her body, what she ate, how she took care of herself. She lived in the training room with, I think it was Jess her senior year, but she took care of all those things. She went to class, she did all those things, and it's not a coincidence that she's a 3-time All-American, because she handled everything that she was supposed to handle off the court, and then it became a lot easier when she was on the court.